Huge news, Roy. The C1D Paintball team has a podcast. Yes, that's right, Dick. Wild bunch, those C1D fellas. Tune in every Sunday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time for an amazing podcast.
Dad, come on.
Shot of color flying through the air. Andrew's laughing like he just don't care. Connor's got the strategy. He's the mastermind. Jeff's in the bunker. Mike's reading the signs. Sliding through the mud. Hearts on the line. Talking about the game. Paintball's divine. Oh, C1D, baby. Paintball dreams. Andrew, Connor, Jeff, and Mike on the scene. They got the stories, the hits, the schemes, the C1D. It's the paintball stream. Mask fogged up, but the vision so clear. The thrill of the field, that's why we're here. Connor calls the play. Andrew's got the flair. Jeff and Mike, they're everywhere. Sights of full cries, soulful scream. Backbeat grooves like a lucid dream. Paint splatters on my soul, vibrant and true. This podcast survived, but jazzy you. Oh, C1D, baby. Paintball dreams. Andrew, Connor, Jeff, and Mike on the scene. They got the stories, the hits, the schemes, the C1D. It's the paintball stream. C1D, baby. Paintball dreams. Andrew, Connor, Jeff, and Mike on the scene. They got the stories, the hits, the schemes, the C1D. It's the paintball stream.
Hey there, Andrew, C1D Paintball Podcast. I was just grooving for the past 4 or 5 minutes. I forgot what I was going to say. That wonderful song. I am joined tonight by two of our regular hosts. Jeff is out. That means we are here with Connor. Good day, good evening, good morning. Connor, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'll explain that in a second. Mike, how are you?
Doing good. I'm doing good. I'm just woke up from a super nap, so I'm slightly recharged and ready to roll.
Well, it is a sexy podcast tonight. I just wrote I wanted to call it something, and so it's sexy. And I'm double fisting it tonight. Plus, I have two drinks. I've got my tea here, and I got a Guinness. And actually, I've got a little leftover Guinness because it didn't fit in the other one. So there we go. It's for Connor.
Guinness.
It is a polar vortex. It's funny. A year ago, did a podcast called The Polar Vortex, and we find ourselves again. So even though we wouldn't be playing paintball now, just sitting back and doing stuff like creating stuff for paintball as we do just with this podcast. Long cold days where you want to go home and you want to do things and you don't. Well, we didn't have a podcast last week, but I mean, this is podcast number four out of 5 weeks in the year. We're doing it when there's no paintball. We're trying to drag people and pull them into our happy place when we can get there. Connor's just diving in. How is it, Connor, after with 2 weeks of university? You settle into the semester?
Yeah, it sucks a lot.
He doesn't have any classes downtown. So what does that mean for your choice of amazing food that downtown Montreal has compared to Montreal West?
I mean, there's still good food there. It's just it's not as like right around the corner. It's more you gotta make a big effort. So yeah, lots of good food though.
It's better than our town. Anything after 10 is McDonald's. That's like the only thing. There's nothing else. Yeah, our town sucks for food.
It's been so cold. I've gone old school Canada, and was it twice in a week, Connor? We've had a big, thick, hearty soup with grilled cheese.
Oh,
yeah. So, which, by the way, I'm the one that cooks. It's not that hard to make, so that's a real secret. But let's talk paintball. And I occasionally have people send me messages on different platforms, usually through Facebook, which is still very busy for us. And yeah, I'm at my age. Yeah, of course I'm on Facebook. At Connor's age, it's like we still have Facebook. So
Facebook.
I had exactly a gentleman reached out to me, Nicholas Smith, and it's not unusual people to reach out, especially there's a lot of groups I'm in to do with droning, and a couple of the paintball sites in particular are paintball videos and creators and stuff. So he approaches me and he says, I need to ask, I'm browsing your YouTube channel. I'm thinking you really have a lot of videos. How is it possible that in the past year, I've only found maybe around 3 that have more than 100 views? And at first I'm reading this and it's like, is this guy like dissing me? And hey, Adam, hey, thanks for coming out. But as the conversation went on, he's from Czechia. And I realized when we were talking, he's like, no, and he actually gave a really good compliment. He goes, you put so much work into your videos. And I said, well, we got Mike that does work in, he says, oh yeah, Mike with the podcast. And yeah, I said, we all work together, whether it's, when Connor creates a tournament or gets an idea on the field, inevitably creates content for us to talk and get buzzed about. And he appreciates the work. But it's when I went to his YouTube site, Nicholas Smith, did I realize, and okay, for those of you listening on Spotify, which is my preferred way to re-listen to this, because watching YouTube driving to work is not a good idea. I do like, you'll have to bear with me and I'll describe what I see in it. And for those of you watching with a monitor and that, Mike, who is the big producer of our show now and who had a week off, and he probably had part of his brain freeze like mine did in the polar vortex. Connor, I'm never sure. I don't, he goes to sleep late at night. I don't want to, any upset him. So I won't insult him on that. But let's try to put this on the screen. I'll describe Nicola's channel. And as you heard before, I understood why we had a great conversation. Really good guy. So let's try to pop this up.
Let's see what I can do.
So we should have the music from Jeopardy playing in the background. By the way, his channel, he's got 526 subscribers and 174 videos. and he plays, like I said, Czechia. As a lot of European fields go, it's like the rest: big forests, bunkers, everything. He has drone videos. He has specialized videos and just ones where they're toying around.
I got nothing on my end.
You got nothing on your end? Okay.
No.
Okay, here's
there's Pierre popped in.
Salut Pierre. What you get from this guy, and I'm watching it, it's like a C1D clone in Czechia. He's got some videos that have like 500 views, 300 views, 91. But when I'm looking at his videos, like down the list, it's like, I think he puts a great, I think he was like complimenting himself to myself and for us. Cause like I said, I know Mike, you do so much and increasingly more with the group and our videos and such, but this guy puts just the same amount of work. And it's like, this is the C1D of Czechia, and his videos are great. He had one that was themed kind of World War II theme, because he had different patriotic songs from the war on it, with, not over the top, like to make it look black and white, but just enough to kind of sell it. Mm-hmm. And, they're talking just the language. He zooms in the drone. I sat there and it's like, this is amazing. This guy puts as much work and more in a lot of his videos.
How do you spell it? I'll get it up here.
You'll get it up here.
Yep.
Let me send you a link. Okay,
send me the link to his
YouTube. Oh yeah, here, youtube.com/ Nicole, Nikolas, then Smith. Well, yes, the S goes in Smith. Sorry. CZ.
All right, I'll figure it out. You keep going.
Okay. It makes me happy to see there's so many groups all around the world, and but to see this guy who puts this passion and that into it, like it's just great. And it's guys having a lot of fun. It's guys trying different things. He had a hell of a run of them with shields. Here we go. This man. So I would go down a bit to one of his shields, Stalingrad. Let's try that one here. Up a bit. Stalingrad with the shield. There you go. Third from the left on the top.
Right there.
Yeah, let's take a look at this for a couple of seconds. I'm not sure if you're picking it up, Connor. You might want to come in here. Just randomly picked this one, by the way.
I've been there.
Damn! Oh no!
We've all been there.
Yeah, he's for those of you on Spotify, he's got the stick, pulling it out of his muzzle. You see the smoke.
Shoved his barrel right in the dirt.
Good introduction. Plants his marker. With the shield. That's a nice shield, too.
Oh, I can get down with this.
Okay, Mike, for all you better cut that. For all you know, we may owe somebody in Czechia like $80,000 after playing that music.
Yeah. That's really cool.
These guys, and it's crazy, and the sense of humor and twist they put. They're decked out with nice gear. They remind. I hope I don't insult them. They remind them of me, of us.
Yeah.
And so look, I will put a link on the description from today. I kind of already spelt it out already. Nicholas Smith with a K. And he's a good guy. From what I talked to him, it was a weird introduction. It's like, nobody watches your videos. Then I realized, no, dude, he makes these amazing videos that, I mean, you got some that are like 90, 100, like I said, 400 and that. but it's like, man, more people should see this, if just for the field. Alpha, hey man, how you doing? So, and that's something with a lot of people like ask me about the amount of work that we kind of put into things, and the views in that. I've always talked about that and always come around it. Russian YouTube is after me now. Well, before the fall of the wall, maybe, but
I don't know. Everything I post, even my own music, for some reason gets blocked in Russia territories. I don't know if you get that, but I get it almost every time. So they must just not like my music.
It's the boycott. They're boycotting us.
Fair enough.
No. Well, first of all, I'm going to pay attention to this guy's drone videos, because if he's truly like us, he might have learned something a little bit more with that. Connor, are you into, I'm into this stuff. When I look at paintball videos online, I'll watch anything, but now I'm going to watch all this guy's videos. I have the feeling. But,
I'm in it just for the music. That was too good.
Connor, I've cornered you here without a topic you're really not too maybe keen on, or you're blindsided. What do you think? I think these guys would kick our ass, by the way, seeing them play.
Yeah, I mean, well, I remember when he reached out to you, Nicola, you showed me his videos on your tablet, so I didn't get to see it on the big screen yet.
Okay.
But really impressive stuff. It's kind of like what Chris Explore Paintball has been saying in the chat, with what there must be there of old, you want to say relics, I guess, from the Second World War, and it would be pretty cool to go there and it's definitely a dream, I guess. Yeah.
I'm jealous. That's for sure.
I'd just like to see the different like play style in another country, or is it like, would it be different? I mean, obviously I go to another country, but we're so close, Canada and the States, but like going, overseas or somewhere to see, is it totally different, or is it really just the same with a different language barrier? Like, that's what I'd be curious to see about.
It seems to be a lot more mag fed, but I mean, the videos I watch, like Barker and now Nicola, plus I'm drawn to it. There is a lot of mag fed, but just like old military bases, and the RAF has a training facility. The RAF, I know, is the Royal Air Force, but they have their own security. RAF regiment, they're called, and you can play paintball in the same buildings that they do their training in and everything. But but I mean, the paintball is such a niche community. Anybody getting any views and something. I mean, I'm going to be like lost in this for a while. Like when I have some time to just wind down watching his videos, just goes to show you this, how many people are enjoying this. And I wish there was more of a network where people, I mean, what would you call it? Like more community based paintball, more, I don't know. There's a vibe I get for it, like they're dressed up to kill. They have a lot of fun though, with the music and the fun intros and stuff. What would you describe that? What would you describe how we are? Except these guys have more talent, I would bet.
I definitely look at us as a community, driven, based, fun team play, paintball. I don't know. That's what I look at. In the brief, I didn't really get to look into them too much, so I don't know. It looked pretty serious. They looked pretty hardcore, but they also looked like they were having fun, and I think that's what we're all about as well.
The shield looks straight out of Rainbow Six, Connor. Like straight out of Rainbow Six.
It looks like Fuse's shield, the green one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check into them a little more.
Okay. Now, one thing I do, talking about, looking at paintball videos, and telling you go see Nicola's videos, and for God's sakes, subscribe to him. I rarely say people, hey, subscribe to us. Why don't you subscribe for us, please? But this guy, I mean, he deserves it. We deserve it too. But anyway, one of the things I want to watch videos is remembering old game types that I forgot that we loved and we didn't play again. And I started to make that list of game types and gameplays. at little nuances. Last year, I think what was a good thing was when we went to Kill Confirmed. As more we play Kill Confirmed at least once a day. It's great to play it on Village. I think it's trash to play it on Market, but anyway.
I think we had so much fun with it last year. We started implementing Kill Confirmed into other game modes. We'd be like, all right, we're playing this game mode, but we're going to add Kill Confirmed with it because it's such a fun aspect. And the Dead Man Talk rule just absolutely made everything so much more interesting.
There was those 2 or 3 games late in the year where I got nailed by Mikey, and then like the ruthless son of a bitch he is, after he shoots me, he takes out cleans his barrel and he gets ready for the next person. And in the end, it was Connor who got me there. But I mean, that whole rush and me being able to call out, it's just such a fun aspect to the game that I love. Spireball. Okay. Attrition. Connor,
I think that we could still have we don't have to have a massive 1v1 tournament, but I still think we have small enough groups where we could throw some 1v1s with some Spire in there too.
I don't see why you should have. Actually, you could play, and this was kind of a loose talk with it on game types, but you can have you play, and after 2 minutes, whoever controls the Spire wins. They could be something like that. Special delivery. Okay, this is okay. Imagine this game type. You know when you get the hockey parties, and we always do stuff with them, like or little kids' birthday party. And Connor works a lot when he's not in school with little kids. He helps out at schools with kids, all different types of kids with special needs, regular kids being needs a little timeout. Well, Connor takes care of them. Why don't you play a thing, special delivery? So let's say let's say Jeff's here. There's 4 of us, the podcast crew of C1D or any of the C1D crew guys out there. So you got Rob or Thomas and anybody, just fill in the gaps. You take 2 or 3 C1D guys on one team. You don't have a marker, but the goal is to get one of the veterans to the other base, to touch the other spawn with the little kids, and you direct them and you tell them what to do.
That'd be so much fun.
That would be, even if it was, I think you have to do at least 2. You don't just want one person, but the person, he has limited lives. So, they're trying to shoot Connor, but it doesn't matter. He's advancing up. Oh, that's the thing. Like you advance the VIP, but it's the little kids. So the little kids are doing it to us and have to take us up.
That would be so much fun. I love getting the kids involved and stuff and giving them like a role like that. I think would definitely engage them, and that'd be one I'd want to watch from up top. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, I'd want the camera on for that as you tell the kids what to do.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Connor, I want you to destroy this one. Search and destroy game type. A small group of players hide and must be found by a larger group by end of a certain time.
Hide and seek.
Yeah, hide and seek.
You got me excited. I thought we were playing like CS:GO,
no.
Search and destroy for a second.
Top of the field, Connor. Top of the field. There's 4 enemies, and you have 5 minutes.
Enemies have markers, or what?
Enemies have markers. They can be dug in. And as soon as you engage, but if you engage, you have to find them within 5 minutes. If you've already engaged in a firefight with the last one, then it continues till you're done. So do you hide? Let's say there's 4 guys out there somewhere and there's 8 attacking them. Do you think that might be worth a try? And I know, Connor, you're good at poking holes at stuff like this. Do you want Mike to comment first to give you a couple of extra minutes to think, or?
Yeah, sure. You can go first.
I'm a yes man. I'm down to try whatever. It sounds fun. I would rename it. Just not to not get us video game people. Yeah, not to get us video game people confused. But yeah, no, I think it'd be fun to try out for sure, and that would be another fun one to try out with some walk-ons or some some younger kids, like a birthday party or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it'd be cool because you can even tell them, okay, guys, we're breaking up in teams of 2. Remember, if you find the enemy, call out,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm down with that.
Connor?
I am going to say, oops, sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, go.
No, I was moving on to another game type that I've mentioned every single podcast. So, no, Connor.
Connor, what do you think about the search and destroy copyright infringement game type?
I think it could be fun, but I don't really see it working anywhere in like North America at all.
Jesus.
like for it to actually be like legitimately like fun. Because I'm not doing this job next summer, so it's okay. So, okay. Because you played hide and go seek when you're little in the playground and it's fun. What's really fun is that when at my old job, when we were done our work working in a high school during the summer, where we play hide and seek in the entire 5-floored school with no lights on, and you can go anywhere you want, like anywhere. Any class, any closet, any bathroom, any stall, whatever. So you need space for it to be fun. And so I feel like, it's a great idea, but like, you're just doing it on like at Warzone, just on base. It's like, okay, they're going to be in one of the two upstairs.
No, on base. Yeah.
No. What about the entire upstairs?
The entire upstairs.
I feel like even then, like, where is there to hide?
Well, just think about how, okay, so if everyone's
two in the tower.
If the finders
5 minutes, remember 5 minutes for find 4 people. Mike, keep going. It's 5 minutes.
I just feel like that's way too easy. Like it's impossible to lose as a seeker.
Imagine being back at checkpoint. So you got to get up that road. Because remember the Battle Royale, how they utilize parts of the map that we don't even utilize, that we just connect maps and stuff. So you start way back at checkpoint, right up at the top of the hill. So you actually have like 60 seconds before you even get, one of your minutes is already gone before you even get up to the first map. So think about how far it takes to walk from checkpoint to the top of the new map terminal, like the back corner of that. Say nobody's up there. You just wasted 2 minutes and now you got to go all the way down the hill to market. You know what I mean? To do a complete circle around that map from checkpoint, it's going to take multiple people, multiple minutes. That's even just the covered ground. That's not even looking like behind stuff and under stuff and like up in a tree. Like I'll climb a tree and shoot down at you, and you're probably not going to be looking up in a tree. I mean, I think.
What do you do on defense,
Gene?
What are you doing on defense?
You're telling me that you're going to find Gene in 5 minutes?
Fuck.
I don't think you'll find Gene in 5 minutes.
Like
put money on that.
I think it would be fun to try because as defense, you can do stuff like, okay, we're going to separate 4 different locations. Hey, we're all going to be in spawn point 3 on village. We're all going to barricade it. That's a stupid idea, or you could do things like we're going to be at the new spawn number 2. We're going to put 2 guys in spawn number 2 on market, which is south. So you guys approach there. The attackers approach. Do they really think 2 guys are going to ambush? Because 2 guys, if there's 8 coming up, if you take 3 or 4 of them out, you lose your 2. You can come out on top. It could. I'm just saying, this is worth a try.
I think it's worth a shot.
I got one more before we go to one that Mike said he had an ID on.
Oh, you've already heard it 10 times.
I'll hear it again. It's a quiet game. Players are not allowed to say anything once they leave the safe zone, go to spawn. They can only reply ready to start the game and hit to exit. They can't speak to anyone or say anything out loud otherwise.
I feel like that's just a normal game though.
That's an off day of paintball where everyone's tired and no one feels like.
I think that's just an average day when we talk because I feel like nobody makes sense. And when I'm playing and I hear my dad saying stuff, I'm like, "What the heck is this guy saying?" It's useless. It's like you're not talking at all.
Somehow he finds a room to insult me. Okay.
He's flipped that in there. It might be interesting because without the callouts, even though you can't maybe not process them all. Or maybe there's too many, or maybe you heard an enemy say something, you thought that was someone behind you. The just complete and utter silence and maybe a few giggles here and there, like ow, but I think it might be interesting just to see. It's something you got to try to see, but I think it would throw a little bit of a cool kind of, I don't know. I've never played where I haven't heard people just constantly yelling stuff left and right, which can be overwhelming. So
look, you're on Village. I've heard my 3 teammates, because I'm on a team of 4, get hit.
mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there and I've only heard maybe one of them go out. So the thing is, if I'm in the right position, there's a chance of the other 3 guys against, they have to communicate somehow visually to point out where I am. Otherwise, they're working as individuals. I'm going to look for open lanes. I'm going to look for things on the side where I can see them maybe trying to get in the open to signal their teammates. So that's why I'm willing to try the quiet game. I think it will also absolutely be a blast on base, because there's so many corners you turn around. If you're behind the mid building and you have 2 guys pinning you down, I mean, I don't know, maybe you do something crazy like just hit the side of a container to make noise, to make people think you're there.
If I knock 3 times, come help.
Oh, shit.
And have all kinds of signs and stuff.
Actually, bring a lot of smoke. If you see red smoke, it means this.
Yeah. I think that something that we didn't do a lot last year, I think it was odd. I think the 2 times that I did miss the Warzone outings, you guys did it because there was parties and stuff there, but we didn't do a lot of VIP modes, which we have a few different versions of, which I get confused and bring the VIP back to my base when I'm not supposed to. But I think we should start playing some more VIP stuff, because I always had fun with that. I don't particularly like being the VIP, but it always throws a good mix into the situation. And we have so many variations of it now. So I think that would be fun. But no, what I was going to say earlier is I'm never going to let it go until we do it, and we have to do it at Lancaster, is the cheese hat game. And I will buy the cheese hat. One cheese hat, though. It's just one cheese. So it's capture the flag. Basically, it's basically capture the flag, but you have to go and get the cheese and put it on your head and get back to your base with it. I think it would be pretty impossible to get to the other person's base. So you get back to your base and that's it. So it's basically capture the flag, but you're wearing a giant cheese hat that, you can, if you get hit in the cheese hat, you got to drop it right where it is.
I could talk about this for forever. When the cheese hat is found, should somebody know? Should there be some type of official to say the cheese hat is found? Because then you got to storm out to try to
storm the cheese hat.
Yeah,
yeah.
Connor?
I don't think it should be reset.
Connor, what do you think? They should announce it. I like running. I have a lot of ridiculous ideas, but I have a lot of ideas, and Connor tends to ground them. If he ever says something's worth trying, my jaw hits the floor. But it's happened a few times.
I'm never letting cheese hat go, so you might as well just.
Oh, we're doing it. Board. We're doing it.
I think the thing about cheese hat that make it more fun is that I think instead of what you do is that you alternate it so it's a VIP sort of thing where each team has a player you have to bring to the other base. And what you do, instead of having a cheese hat on, you get some sort of like pole that they have to hold, and you're not allowed to carry it like horizontally. You have to carry it vertically so people can basically see you all the time. I think that'd be cool.
Whoa.
Now we're just making a whole new game.
Well, yeah, no, it's like you have to bring the other person to the other base. You have to
in the field of screams, but you're going to get ripped apart, because when you know where somebody is, they shoot. But maybe the VIP can't be killed.
And you have to be using walls, because if you're using walls of reeds, you're fine. I think it'd be cool. I don't know.
So just like a super long pole with like a bunch of like little flags on it or something. Something that
somebody is literally just saying, "Hey, I am right here."
Yeah,
guys, we have C1D flags, a bunch of them, and I'm ordering some more actually next week.
Exactly. Yeah, but you're not allowed to like hold it down. Like you have to be like proud with it.
Well, I love that idea, but I'll keep it separate. We're gonna name it something else, because cheese hat is specifically designed for Lancaster's field, because you cannot escape just blades of grass wearing a giant cheese hat. So we can bring it back to Warzone and try it here and there, but it's specifically designed,
Okay.
even if it's played once a year at our outing. That's was my goal. I really do like that idea, though. It reminds me of what we should do is one of the first times I went to a big game at Capital Combat Zone. I don't even think it was a big game. We just ended up having like 50 people. So it was like a mini big game of walk-ins. And there was an octagon building. You could probably fit like 4 or 5 people in it comfortably. And there was a flag, there was a pole that went right up through the roof, and then like another 15 feet in the air. So you could see it from both sides of the field, both spawns. You could see the top of the flagpole. And it was one of those pull things, just like you see at Mirabelle or whatever. So there's like a yellow flag and or whatever colors we are. And you basically got to run in there and pull the flag up so you can see it. It's pretty simple game mode, but I think we could probably find a building to put one of those in at Warzone and try that out, because that's super fun. Because once you get it, you pull it up and you can lay down like right in that base, and as people are coming in, you can just shoot them in the legs or whatever. I don't know. It's a lot of fun.
If they want to change the flag, you know what you can do too is the terminal tower and the new building. When you think of flagpole, think of a clothesline, and you can hang it out on there, but you can do it from either building.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of looks kind of suggestive when I do this, but yeah. Okay.
For both sides.
From both sides. You know?
We won't explain that to anybody on Spotify.
There's a special podcast section for that. Okay, so it's official. On the official game list, I've renamed Three Blind Mice to Cheese Hat, and it's officially an approved game type.
Yes.
Experimental.
It only took 4 podcasts, but I got it.
We were serious about it.
Yeah. I'm already eyeing cheese hats. I'm already eyeing them. I just got to make sure that it works with everybody's goggles.
Oh yeah, that's right. I've told Connor this. I don't know if he's warmed up to it or what. Connor, what are the parameters that would make this type of game scenario work? Attrition game type. So you're going to play home and home. You're going to play 2 games on any field, and you only have a certain amount of shots for both games total. So whether you say 8 mags, 200 shots, you get 200 shots in your hopper for 2 games. Would you, and let's say we're going to play team deathmatch on name a field. Base. I think that would be fun, because between games, you don't say who's out of ammo. You're not allowed to trade, but you say, hey guys, I literally have 4 shots. So what do you want me to do? Well, protect the base, or blah, 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 or weights, is this one? That's a trial one, I would say, Connor, what do you think about that?
I mean, I think it's a good idea, but it's maybe more suited for like an event type of thing, where maybe there's ways of like, it even lasts, it's like the full event, and there's ways of getting ammo to like increase your supply for future games, maybe.
Well, I know there's an event that you're planning, Connor, and maybe that's one of the parameters you want to do or release. No? Okay.
No, absolutely.
Okay.
Can't be. It goes against everything then for all the games, because they're all shooty. They're all crazy shooty. So
it would be kind of a cool little competition to run for like an hour or two. Like we'd have to iron out a lot of details, but I like where you were heading with that. Like everyone starts with a limited amount Andrew said, when you're out of paint, you can do whatever. But I think it would be kind of cool to figure out those parameters on how to get extra ammo, but make it limited, obviously very limited. But once you run out of ammo, you're out, you're done the game. And it's like whoever can keep doing whatever that thing was to keep getting ammo, as long as they don't waste it all, whoever has ammo. You don't particularly have to be killing or surviving, you just have to have ammo to be in the game. That sounds kind of cool.
Well, I think you can just do like any sort of like event for it, where you have the event broken into like mini games, and say if one team wins, they'll get like ammo, but also there's other means of getting it, like whether you can scavenge it or whatever, and so you have very limited, but you have ways of gaining it. So it is once you're out, you're done.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be really cool. Let's iron that one out. Let's write that one down.
Okay, that's a trial one. I have
Iron
one.
out some beats.
I lied. I have one other one. Is during a game, everybody has one life, but you have somebody you. Okay, I've brought this up. Did I? I'm not sure if I brought it up on the podcast with, or just talking to Connor. When there's one person left on your team, refs got to pay attention to this. Or at any time in the game, one or the other. If I'm the last person left on my team, I can call anybody else on my team back in for a second life.
Yeah, we were talking. We
did talk about that. We did talk about that. And maybe as it sunk in, can you do it anytime? Because I also don't want to stop the game like, oh, it's 2v1. And he says, okay, it's my turn to pick somebody, because then you're all out of position and everything. So the guy should be able to scream at any time, bring someone in. But of course, how's he going to relay it? Mikey. Yeah, something like that. I'm sitting there and you realize it. So it's funny because there can be me and Connor can be on the field. And, I can just scream like, oh, bring Mike back. But he wants somebody else or blah, blah, blah. Is that a trial one or is that just kind of silly, Connor? What do you call the game type? Hail Mary, Resurrection?
Yeah, I mean, I think those are solid names and it can be fun. It reminds me, well, not reminds me, inspires me of one from myself, actually. So I can mention that after if you want.
Mention it now. We're good.
Okay. So
it's open conversation if you haven't fixed it. I mean, I don't think I've ever drank a beer online before, so.
Yeah. So it's from another game I've played, and it's like it's this phone game I play, and it's always kind of like you're playing your team against the other team, and there's a certain seasonal thing that might be added, and it says really annoying effects. So you basically have to kill all the other team before they kill you to win. And there's this stupid thing. They always put on a garbage character, and it's a Star Wars game, so they'll put it on a stupid Ewok that's useless. And basically what happens is that if you
are you sensing bitterness, Mike, in that last remark by Connor?
No, if you don't kill the certain guy last, you're basically screwed. Is that the whole entire team like respawns and they have like quadruple their stats, blah, blah. So I'm thinking for paintball with something like On Your Line, Dad, is that you have somebody, it's just a normal team deathmatch game. Because I've always wanted to do something that has like a sort of jailbreak from like paintball, from like dodgeball. So there's a way to get all your team out from the offside. And so I think it's really cool that you have, imagine there's a VIP on your team. They're allowed to have a marker, they're allowed to talk, but they can't shoot. And once they die, their whole team comes back in. So you have to be, as the other team, you have to kill them all, but you have to be mindful. Hey, look at Andrew. He's not shooting a single shot. He's probably their resurrector.
Right.
Because if he dies and he's like, imagine there's 20 people on each team, right? If he dies and he's the 19th person, 18 people come back in. But if he dies like he's like the 5th person, then only 4 people come in. So he wants to die as close to the end as he can. But if he dies last, it's useless.
Right.
So it's kind of like you're playing detective almost.
You kind of got to figure out. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Who they're going to call out to get them all back in.
Secret agent.
Okay, this one, the beta name for this is The Chosen One. A certain player can't shoot, but if he's killed, his team comes back.
Yeah,
but he's out. But he's out. But everybody
he like
else
sacrifices for everybody, and everybody comes back in.
That would be hilarious, because I would just assume the Chosen One is a guy camping behind the bunker. That's maybe a rule. Everybody has to leave the bunker.
No, I mean, yeah, it can be.
Yeah, you can put them anywhere.
But so I mean, I think it needs to be whatever. Obviously, refined. But I think it's just cool because I always love that in dodgeball where you're like the last person, and I don't know, like maybe it's my time, but you'd always be doing in the gym, and there's the basketball nets, and if you're stupid enough, instead of hitting people, that you shoot it into the other team's basketball net, your whole team comes back in. And
Mm.
it's like awesome when you do that. Like you'll sacrifice yourself to get your whole team back in. And so I think that'd be really cool, especially on a field like Market where it's kind of it's like rectangular and it's arena like. So yeah.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
Wow. So we have trial, the attrition game type, which is kind of already a scenario thing. Trial for that's a trial for event. Trial for game, the quiet game. Chosen
What about
one.
what about this is a little out there, but say obviously it would take a little investment to get some kind of protective suit, obviously to where you could get shot multiple times. It doesn't really hurt. You see those like Terminator videos at fields and stuff. So you get one of those suits, one guy, he's the Terminator to the president, whatever you want to call him. Say he's got two guards, I guess. Two guards. Everybody's got markers, everybody on the field. So you got your Terminator. Say I'm the Terminator. I'm wearing the gear. I got my marker. I have like I don't know, some kind of flag or something hanging out of my back pocket. Maybe. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. My two guards can die. So if they get shot, they're done. So their main goal is to protect me, communicate with me. You have a time limit with, say, how the whole other team's trying to kill you. But the only way they can actually eliminate you is to kind of like that tag flag football or whatever,
Flag
is
football,
to
yeah.
pull that out of your back pocket. So you gotta fit, you get the unlimited lives. They're pushing at you in multiple directions. So you're defending, you lose your guards. It's just you might be in a building. You might be behind a tree or something. You got 5 people pushing you, but you got Connor doing this massive flank around the outside to come up and like kind of assassinate me, pull that flag out from my back pocket while I'm getting shot by multiple other people. But I can't die by getting shot. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Oh.
Spitballing. But
Or you can be the only kill confirm guy on it. On your team, you can shoot Mike whatever. He will revive. If he counts to 30, then he goes back to spawn again. Otherwise, you got to tag him out.
Just something like basically there's only one way to kill this guy, and it's not by shooting him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just seems like kind of, I've seen those Terminator things on fields, and they look like a lot of fun. So that kind of popped into my head.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Just like the one thing though that like scares me, I guess, a little bit almost.
Human shield explorer, said Chris. Yeah.
Is that like like the whole thing of like if you're the juggernaut Terminator, like that they have to come at you.
Yeah.
And so obviously it's an honor thing that you're not literally just in a corner.
With your ass up in a thing. Yeah.
That I'm not worried about, but I'm more worried about the fact of imagine you're in a spot and it's close quarters and you have to run at them to get the flag, obviously.
Yeah.
It's like, you have to shoot them.
Yeah.
I guess you maybe could freeze them, but
I guess you will run into that. Yeah.
Yeah. There's
you're a Terminator. You don't give a shit.
In it, but yeah, exactly.
I'm just joking.
No,
I was just spitballing. It popped into my head.
No, I think
I like it. You could do that. How about count the kills? First team to kill 25 or 20.
Classic.
I mean, if you do that, it's got to be a real good honor system. But when you go in to your spawn, it's real easy. They got a little bucket. They got 2 buckets, and it's got a ping pong or whatever the hell, rock. We're in a forest. Use a freaking pine cone.
No, we'll just go.
When you're dead, you go to yeah. And when you got the last one, it's like last life taken. So if the 3 of us out there and we hear Jeff on our team go back after getting killed, goes last life taken. It's like, uh-oh.
Yeah. Classic team deathmatch. I think we don't even sour the name. That's a classic team deathmatch.
Yeah. For that, I think you might need multiple fields. You need a lot of paint too. I think if you had multiple fields for that, there'd be a hell of a lot of running.
That would be so much fun. How haven't we done that yet?
You could just do it. I don't even think you need multiple fields. Like, if you have 6-on-6, I think it's perfectly fine to just have 10 lives even.
Yeah, 10. There you go. Yeah, you're right.
Like if you're gonna do 25, that's like you have
I
like
just threw that out there.
yeah,
I
no,
just
no. But I'm saying like you don't need if you're doing 6-on-6 with 10 like shared respawns. I don't think that's gonna be like okay, like obviously bring your normal amount of paint, like your normal full, but I don't think that's like okay, carry a case
yeah,
with
yeah,
you to
yeah.
play. So I think it would work for sure. It's like the easiest
All
one
right.
to.
We will
I like
trial.
that. I don't know how we haven't done that. Let's just bump that out of trial and just put that into game mode because that's fun.
We could do like street hockey. When you're middle of a game, it's like next hit wins. Whoever gets hit next wins it for this game.
Car.
Yeah. This year I want to do that though. This year when we're having our game day, we don't plan everything out, but it's like, hey guys, let's try this today. We're going to do this today. I mean, inevitably, if there's a day and all of a sudden because of traffic or whatever, there's only 8 guys out, it's like we're going to do 4-on-4. It's like, hey guys, you know what? Do you want to play a couple of games on like tire ball? Because that's a small field. You normally can't. But we should probably have these things a little bit more ready ahead of time. It's like, you know what we're going to do, guys? We're gonna try this. We're going to try the quiet game. Even the material game, we call it. Remember where you just go behind concrete and then you get concrete? Well, I think we're throwing the idea that if you go back to spawn and touch it, you can change it.
Oh yeah. That's great.
So I think that would work well.
Yeah, because if you don't get a chance to think about and you just run to whatever and you're like, shit, I don't want to be behind metal anymore. Like I did like the multiple one too, I think, which we implemented. Like if you go up to something and there's like a concrete with a metal barrier next to it, that gives you the opportunity to go to either or for your next run, right?
That's true.
If that's not how I think that's how I did. I think that the first time we played it, that's how we figured it. Because what happens when you run to that, and there's two materials touching each other, it's concrete and metal. That gives you the opportunity to now go to concrete or metal rather than just being stuck at the original one.
I feel like the best way to do that mode, because I really like it, but I think it's really, really easy to like see on that field. Obviously, it's changing so much, market. It's like every time it's completely different. But I think you really, really need to have like just a random selection before that you get a material. Like you're given a card or something and it's non-negotiable. Like you're stuck on wood. Like you can only use trees and you're like F me, this is going to be horrible.
Yeah.
That would oh my God, this is going to be the worst. And sometimes you'll get concrete. It's like, oh my God, okay.
Yeah.
So I think that makes it more fun. And then you can also limit it that, not everybody on each team's concrete. So if it's like, 5-on-5, you can have 2 concrete, 2 plastic, 1 wood on each team.
And you randomly get it. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, because I mean, that's like,
we need new pops.
When we played it, that's all I did is like, I'm just going to play like a normal game and only go behind the concrete barriers because the concrete barriers are the best things. Everything else there, it's good, but it's not as good as the concrete stuff. So, I mean, I think with that, it makes it more interesting.
Yeah, that's cool too. I like that. We had to like keep that as an alternative version, like the more hardcore version.
Yeah, material game. I'll write that here.
Yeah, Chris, Andrew's on top of that. He's writing all this stuff down for us. So we just get to sit here and jabber, and Andrew does all the work.
Yep.
Random. By the way, I did clean out some paintball stuff today, and I've got the Sticks of Destiny still. Although there's 6 circles and there's like 12 blacks, so 12 X's. So
if anybody in the chat got any cool game modes that they played or any ideas to throw them out there.
Exactly. I want to also mention that it was kind of a loose podcast as we get back in the swing of things after missing a week. I would like to announce that next week we have a very special guest coming into the studio, and another guy who's going to stand in front of his computer and link up and praise that his power holds up. And we're going to go Tuesday public with who that is, and we're going to have a podcast the week after, and we're going to have fun. It was a pretty loose one tonight, like I said, because, we're in the dog days there. There's a lot of work happening. My computer needs to be replaced. My software that constantly updates, my editing software, over 3 or 4 years. It's like, I bought that for D-Day last year, like the computer, and it's like, no, it's been 3 D-Days. But I have a subscription, so it constantly upgrades the software. So now it's like, it's just totally different. It's totally different. It's my specs are like, I are way off. So I'll be doing that, which is exciting. It allows me to prune my files for those of you who like doing videos and stuff like that. Any parting shots here? Okay, here's Explore, which is Chris. One fielded here. Fortnite game refs is the circle. Yeah, then random guns on pods across field. That's interesting. Well, during the
go ahead.
That one event at Warzone had the shrinking zone though. When I was a ref.
Yeah.
That was cool. But
I mean,
and we put random guns on the field.
Battle Royale.
Yep, that's true. We did do that.
I have a wonderful idea for a game mode.
It's only wonderful. It's not delightful or extraordinary. Or as the British say, extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
This is a great idea. It's totally
I'm gonna get
not
my
a joke.
son. I'm
It's
just going to
100%
shout
serious.
out. I'm going to shout out for my son to get me a beer. Okay.
So I thought of that right away, and he said, shooting them in the back. This is inspired by rugby, where you do like something like capture the flag. I don't know. I don't even know if you just do team deathmatch. This is a joke. This is horrible. But you're only allowed to shoot people not in the back, but behind you, like in terms of where you spawn market. So you have to run past somebody to shoot them. And once they're behind you, you can turn around to shoot them. Kind of like in rugby, you're only allowed to pass the ball.
Shoot, like offside, backwards.
Laterally.
Oh, so many teammates would be getting shot. I'd just turn around and just start.
Yeah. That's why.
You need referees, and you need to make sure certain people aren't on the field because they might not take it the right way.
Let's call that mayhem.
Yeah.
Let's call that the game I'm going to watch, not playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one where Andrew's changing his batteries.
One thing I wanted to mention, we were talking about video editing and stuff before. A couple people, this is how I want to wrap up the show, asked me, what's the schedule and how do we do things as far as releasing videos? Because for about 3 months, I was releasing like 5 a week. Monday's an action video, original. We're in our 7th year, where every Monday we put one out. That's kind of our the thing we do. They're not always great. Matter of fact, most of them may not be, but we release an action video on Friday. I usually release a video to do with the music behind the things, the videos and stuff, and I'll show some footage from whatever random on it. Usually Wednesday we have a short that goes out, and then generally we just throw things out. We've got the podcast out on a lot of different things on Sunday night, like tonight. The video for this comes out during the week, but otherwise everything else is just kind of extra that we throw in.
You'll never ever know when I'm putting a video out. Could be now.
I love your videos. You got great. Actually, oh my God! Wait a minute.
No schedule though. It's just whenever I feel like doing them.
Well, no. That's it. Well, I mean, I like to look. It's my hobby, and maybe it gives somebody something to look forward to, even if it's to say this guy can't make a good video.
Explorer's got 1 a week till August now. Then some weeks have a week or daily, just about. Shorts are where it's at. Apparently,
if you want views, yeah. If you want,
I make videos for myself. Obviously, I love when people watch them and they say that, wow, that was awesome. Like, definitely people that don't even play paintball that watch them and they were like, wow.
Yeah. So
that's cool. But at the end of the day, I make them for myself, and watching them, you can tell.
Yeah.
I love it. I make it for myself. I want some funny music, good music in there, and I make it how I want to feel. And yeah.
Well, as you can tell now, 4 episodes in, we have a different song so far for every episode, which is kind of neat, kind of fun songs. There's lots of them. They're really, really great. I don't want to spoil anything. And we've got like today's logo for the podcast. We're going full AI this year. So we got C1D Paintball Podcast, sexy 1970s. But honestly, that looks like a 60s outfit on that that woman who apparently it must be colder than I think on it because yeah, she's not wearing the right stuff on that one. So we've got this great new platform that Mike has elevated us to as far as reaching out on the podcast. It's made things a lot easier. Look, feel free to comment. We are who we are. We're just guys that like the game. Just like playing fair. Having videos scheduled makes me way less stressed about having to work fast on them. Exactly.
That's true. I don't
Yeah.
ever either. I should.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, Mike's going to be helping me on the D-Day video this year, but the D-Day video takes a while to do. So I always have to have a certain amount of weeks out with full content for that. But oh my God, I sound like organized. No. It's just a hobby. I just want to make sure I don't miss a beat. And for about 4 weeks, Connor just hears the same music playing over and over as I edit for like different things. But yeah. Yeah, Mike, I'm gonna have to actually talk to you soon. I've got some stuff we need to write down for
Yeah.
D-Day. Showing up the day before, we'll have to take some shots in order to do some fun production stuff.
Oh yeah, this year's gonna be a killer. Let's go all out.
It's gonna be all out. So any parting words for tonight? Let's start with the man, the myth, the legend, the Connor. The
No
toe.
words. No,
No
words.
words.
Connor Gagnon.
Those were words. Those were words.
Those were words. Didn't give
I
his
got
rank.
nothing. I got nothing. I'm excited to try out some of these game modes. Run them past some of the guys. Try out some of the ones we were talking about in the beginning with some birthday parties and stuff. I mean, we always get those kids that come in and stuff, and we love playing with them and having a good time and showing them what it's all about. So I'm really excited to get some of those going this year and try them out, and maybe we can make them some Staples cheese hat.
Well, I'll tell you what, I kind of forced this on the episode because you guys know I wanted to do this for like about 3 or 4 episodes. I think going back to like right before Christmas, I wanted to. So at least I got rid of that. And AI has helped me a bunch with music. It's the big thing that helps with terrible jokes, even more terrible. You know what? We make cheesy videos. We make videos cheesy in a good way. Somebody said your videos are tacky. It's like, maybe I'm trying to go that way. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's just having fun.
Did you see the intro of the podcast? Come on, that's so cheesy.
There,
we love it.
I love it. I love it. Life's short. Go out there, have fun. Because at the end of the day, we all know it's just a game.